Hey there, I'm Jane Caffrey with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. We're tracking tariff woes in the wake of that massive announcement this week. White House officials say more than 50 nations have reached out to the U.S. to try to negotiate a new deal. The import tax has sent financial markets into a tailspin. The tariffs are set to start Wednesday. But what will the impact of tariffs be? Well, that's top of mind heading into this week. And tonight, we're listening to business owners from rural Arizona to right here in the Valley. Our Adam Klepp hears where tariffs could help and hurt the Arizona economy.
Out in Aguila, Arizona, you have to watch for cattle. Brian Daganal is a third-generation Arizona rancher.
These are all Hereford cross cattle. The black ones are showing the Angus more, and the red ones are showing the Hereford more.
His cattle ranch produces enough beef to feed 4,000 families a year, but that number could be a lot higher.
What we would like is to have access to these foreign markets.
Cows like the ones behind me will be steaks in a year, and Daganal says if Trump's tariff plan works, ranchers like himself will be able to sell those steaks in international markets that right now they just don't have access to.
Australia ships a lot of beef into the United States, and that's fine, but they won't let our better cuts go into Australia. We have zero sales in Australia right now, none. And they sell billions of dollars in the United States.
Even with the stock market dip.
I am a Trump supporter.
Daganal wants people to be patient with President Trump.
You just need to let this guy work for a minute and see it's the art of the deal. You gotta let him negotiate. He's been negotiating well for the American people before. I think we give him a chance to do it again.
But there's two sides to every story.
Hold up here.
Back in the Valley, full-time mom and full-time small business owner Erica Campbell says she doesn't have time to be patient with tariff negotiations.
There's just so much uncertainty.
Campbell owns Be a Heart, an e-commerce business selling Catholic-themed gifts and products. Right now, they're made in China, with tariffs added to her production costs.
So now this $42 night light would need to sell for $62.
The Trump administration wants to use tariffs to bring manufacturing back to the United States.
When people say to me, just make them in the U.S., it doesn't exist.
And for Campbell, the manufacturing power may not be built up enough in time to save her business.
To pivot, it would probably take 4 years or more to create these factories for many of the products that China has really perfected.
Which is too long, she says, for her and many others if rising prices and a recession hit the U.S. because of the tariffs.
And I don't know if by the time that he figures it out that many of us will still be here.
The universal 10% tariff is already in effect, but reciprocal tariffs announced by President Trump don't kick in until Wednesday of this week. We'll continue to follow the impacts of tariffs as Americans and business owners wait to see what happens next. Adam Klepp, ABC15 Arizona.
From toys to tech to coffee and cars, we've done extensive coverage on how tariffs will impact different industries across Arizona. Find more coverage right now on ABC15.com. Opening statements get underway tomorrow in Lori Daybell's trial. She's accused of conspiring to kill her fourth husband, Charles Vallow. 16 jurors were selected, 3 women and 13 men. Daybell is representing herself in the trial. And you can watch the trial from wherever you are. ABC 15 will be live streaming it starting tomorrow on ABC15.com or on your favorite streaming platform.
Checking your most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Justin Hobbs. Overnight tonight, temperatures in the high country dipping down into the 20s for Flagstaff, Winslow, and Heber. Meanwhile, here in the city, dipping down to the upper 50s, fairly close to where we should be this time of the year. But that's not going to be the case with our afternoon temperatures, especially as we get into the next couple of days. For our Monday, we're warming up into the upper 80s here in the city, 90s into western and southwestern Arizona, and the high country getting into those mid 70s for Sedona, Payson, low 70s, and upper to mid 60s across areas like Flagstaff. So as we start the day off tomorrow, we're going to be down in the upper 50s as you're getting out for that morning drive time. Clear skies outside, clearing throughout our day as well. 81 degrees by lunch, 88 for around 4 o'clock. A reminder, if you are going to be outside tomorrow, our UV's up to 8, meaning you can burn in as quick as 15 minutes. So make sure you're putting that sunscreen on. We're continuing this warming trend. We're in the upper 90s by Wednesday, tracking potentially our first 100-degree day by Thursday, staying in the triple digits through Saturday, and Flagstaff getting into the mid 70s for that second half of the week.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, just head to abc15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.